Hello and welcome to Faith on Film. I am really excited this week as we are looking at an incredible movie, Interstellar, made by Christopher Nolan, who is one of my absolute favourite filmmakers. He's made the Dark Knight trilogy, Dunkirk, The Prestige, all really amazing films. Before I became Catholic, the movies was my place of spiritual retreat, and some of these experiences really stood out for me, and one of them was the first time I saw Interstellar. I remember at the time feeling that there was some great spiritual heart at the centre of this film. The actions of the characters meant something. It kept reinforcing that there was some great purpose for humanity, that there was a destiny in all of this. So, how does Interstellar do it? Let's jump into it. Interstellar follows Cooper, played by Matthew McConaughey, who is a father and a former astronaut. The world of the film is kind of a dystopian future. There is lots of futuristic technology, but you get the sense that the world has really gone backwards. Crops have died out all over the world, and corn is the only thing left that will grow. It's a future with a real lack of imagination. People don't get much say in their careers, and having views contrary to the establishment is heavily discouraged. They even crack down on any sense of adventure and deny that human beings have been to the moon. It's a world that feels monotonous. There's not a lot to look forward to, and maybe not a lot of joy to be found. And maybe we can relate to that in our own lives. Maybe our world can be a bit monotonous. Maybe we can feel like we're doing the same thing every day, and maybe we're locked in and don't have a lot of say in what we're doing. But then comes one of my favourite moments in the film. Cooper and his kids spot a drone flying in the sky, and they decide to give chase. It's kind of insane what they do, cutting off road, going through a cornfield to chase down this drone. And in this world that lacks imagination, this moment shows that you can find wonder and awe. And that's exactly what I felt when I watched the film.
Right at it. Stay on it.
The word awe invokes God. It means something that's amazing or astonishing, but always with a deep sense of reverence. We see it in the Bible time and time again when people encounter God. And in Interstellar, we get plenty of these awe-inspiring moments. There's these beautiful and transcendent visions of space, and it's hard not to feel awe at the majesty of this thing that is our universe. Things in the story start to get interesting. Cooper's daughter Murphy believes she has a ghost in her room, knocking books off her shelf. Then after a dust storm, the dust settles into these really peculiar patterns, and Cooper soon works out that the patterns are actually coordinates. They follow the coordinates that lead them to a secret government facility, and it's actually NASA, and Cooper's old boss is there. They are planning a top secret mission and need a pilot, and Cooper agrees to go. Does this all sound a bit too much like a big coincidence? Yes, it does feel like coincidence. But obviously it's not. There is something at play here in this story causing these events to happen. Throughout the film there are these moments where you feel this unseen presence guiding the actions of our main character. Now the scientists know that these unseen beings, who they simply call them, have placed a wormhole near Saturn for them to journey through for what they think is the purpose of finding a new planet to inhabit. But all the coincidences, the setbacks, the tragedies in the story ultimately culminate with Cooper sacrificing himself by detaching from the spaceship and falling into a black hole, and something very strange and extraordinary happens. He lands in this gigantic tesseract, a four-dimensional space where he can view all these different points of time from the past. And not only can he see the past, but he can interact with it. And he soon realizes that it is he who was Murphy's ghost earlier in the film. We get the impression that it was futuristic humans who put this thing here, and they have been guiding this journey all along. But we don't learn any more about them. They are wrapped in mystery, well, just like God. And for me, the experience of watching this film is like seeing how God's guiding hand plays a role in our lives. I'm very much struck by the quote in the Gospel of John, "You did not choose me, but I chose you." Cooper was chosen for this journey. All the way along, he was guided to be in places and make decisions at certain times. Now we learn in this tesseract that there is an unseen benevolent presence making this possible. The destiny of humankind matters to this presence. There is a plan to ensure survival. There is a strange but powerful moment in the story where Brand, Anne Hathaway's character, speaks about the power of love and how maybe they should allow love to guide them on this journey. On first view, I remember thinking, what? Why is a scientist speaking like this? But since then, I've had a change of heart. She knows there is a presence guiding this mission, and she's felt it. And it wasn't cold, it was warm. Perhaps a loving presence. And she basically advocates for faith.
It has to mean something.
Love has meaning, yes. Social utility, social bonding, child rearing.
We love people who have died. Where's the social utility in that?
None.
Maybe it means something more, something we can't yet understand.
Cooper is skeptical, but it is finally in the Tesseract that he understands.
That's why I'm here. I'm gonna find a way to tell Murph, just like I found this moment.
How, Cooper?
The love, Tars, love. It's just like Brand said. My connection with Murph, it is quantifiable. It's the key.
So we have some type of higher intelligence with a plan for our main character. For me, it sounds a lot like God's guiding hand at play. And if we had any doubts about the spiritual side of this film, the soundtrack is filled with organ music. It's like it makes space into a cathedral, a place of prayer, worship, and wonder. I think this film is an incredible experience that asks you to look beyond your day-to-day and contemplate your place in this vast universe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.